Good morning, everybody. It's me. Just a couple of quick ones this time. This view at my hotel room, not very good, is it? It's actually it's holiday in on Oxford Circus. I can tell you that because by the time you see this, I'll be gone. Right? No internet. Right? See, no computer in the room at all. Not one. The only thing I have that will contact the net is my phone, which is sort of a conscious decision. I'm down here to do a lot of meetings concerning ReDucto and a few other things. So, as you can probably tell, I'm rather tired. Probably because I could not sleep in this rather lovely bed. Right? Couldn't get sleep properly. The pillows were like sacks of potatoes. But I'll get myself pulled around in a bit. I'll be awake about 20 minutes at the moment. It's at least an hour. One of my first cup. That's tea though. I always have one tea before the coffees. I've got a meeting at 10 o'clock. Got a meeting later on today. I've got a good lot of stuff in the middle, a bit of space. So I might try and do some of the museums. Now I did the British Museum last time, but I know the British Museum have got a load of Leonardo da Vinci stuff in this time, so don't know, you see, because that's sort of like a bit of a hike, but it's worth it, you know. If it's just one or two, you know, then arguably not. But I don't know. I was at the kiosk group demo for VRT GPU yesterday. I had a little meeting with them afterwards. Got me into some other places. I'm going to tell you what it's about. But no, nobody's given me wadges of cash, if that's what you think. Something's more complex than that. But yeah, so I'm in London. Woohoo! You know, I used to actually enjoy coming to London at one time, but now it's just I just don't like the travelling. It's the fact that yesterday, I seemed to get the train journey from hell, and ended up coming down here and taking instead of the normally I'll get the one that takes about 2.5 hours, right? It took 3.5 hours, which is a little bit long for the train journey with no internet. My MP3 player, I'd forgot that, see, if I use that all the battery now, right, I've got nothing for on the way back. Be good. So I would meet up with Rob Angle tonight. Also probably going to meet up with Mikael Quist, who is one of the guys who organised the end user event. Known him a long time now. So I might be meeting him at one of the Dutch pubs in Soho. On top of that, I think I'm meeting David Strapinus tomorrow. All going well. Just for chat, these ones. Just that's the stuff in between the business things, right? I'm sure there's some other ones somewhere in my little black book. Actually, where's my little black book? When I say little black book, I mean it's got loads of. Can't show you that. That's important stuff. It's got some code on it. This has basically got loads of. This is my sort of like a diary, right? It's got everything I need to remember while I'm down here. So it's got lots of hand drawn maps. I'll find one that's not. I can't show you that. Oh no. Well, basically, it's like that's my way of a map, right? That shows me where the black horse is. That one shows where Bourdain's is, which I already know, but it never hurts to have a map. That was my map, the hotel. There's nothing else in there apart from that and some code and some thoughts on different applications. I've actually started work on an application. It'll be a long-term thing. I was having a conversation with Vlado yesterday evening about it, and as well, I'm not sure whether to continue with it, because in theory it should come out and be, well, I think it'll be pretty fabulous myself, because it's something that's never ever been done yet. But both he and I know there's at least 3 very high profile companies have either got something developed and ready to put out or about to, and it's a case, do I think I can do one better than that? Not sure really, to be honest. It should do, but I could develop and just keep it for me. Again, that's how ReDucto started, right? Um, I thought it was very interesting yesterday because I've got my ReDucto t-shirt and I thought, oh, it's got promo, you know. Also, it's one of the few t-shirts that actually fits and isn't too warm in this weather. But it's a very weird bloody feeling, right? I'm trying to. I also people think I'm big and I'm not. You obviously do not get my sense of humour, but it's a weird feeling. You do feel. This is when you do feel a bit big-headed. When you've got a t-shirt with a logo for the software that you personally have wrote, and you walk around in it. See, I know it's weird. I can't explain it. It wasn't so much. Oh, this is fantastic. It was like, this is maybe a bit much, you know. Just remember, to me, it's still my software. It's me, my stuff, right? Don't think nobody ever take away. So I got a load of heat on the last Waynecast, and I think, well, I have actually achieved a lot. And I've never, I'm not stupid enough to think that all the hits that these videos get, and there's a lot more than that aren't counted. All the ones from 3D Total aren't counted, the ones from the area are never counted. A lot of the ones that have been buried in sight are not counted either. Those are, the quick start ones, Christ, they were getting massive load of hits anyway, so this is perfectly within the realms of possibility. If you that way, just ask Autodesk, I can tell you the numbers on it, because they were giving regular reports. And I'm not stupid enough to think that that's all Mudbox users. I know for a certain fact quite a lot of ZBrush users have been watching them as well. I know because they've told us, right? And they say, well, got to admit, I said, well, yeah, it might be for Mudbox, but I know fine well that people from other software are going to watch them. I don't get paid off Autodesk, right? So I couldn't care less what software you use. I really couldn't. I use what works well for me. In fact, I'll be honest, I'd rather you didn't use anything I use. That means it'll all disappear and I'll be the only person that has it. Nah, I'm joking. I use what I use because it works well, right? It works well for me personally, Wayne Robson, right? I couldn't care less whether something works or doesn't work for you, right? That's your domain. That's up to you. I can give you advice because I've used them all and see what I personally think of them. But I know fine well I'll get heat. I've said things over the years, I've also 3D coats and nice bits of software, but it does have a lot of bugs and it needs some serious bloody polish. Now I know Pat Nolan will give us a bit of heat over that, but it's not as polished, and I'm not going to go too much into that because that's a whole whinge fest, right? But I think there's too much from a programmer's point of view of the nice shiny new thing to add, but not finishing the last one. He's not the only person who does that, There's a lot of people do that. The guy is a genius, but sometimes you need to. How is it somebody turned it to me? Sometimes you need somebody with a big stick behind a genius to force them to do the things they need to do and to finish things. And that's pretty bang on the money, actually. I've dealt with quite a few over the years, and it's a rare common trait. But it comes with the territory, But I always said all it takes is somebody with some decent money to buy and just to push up your bacon out, and they've all run in slow motion now because he's got all the features. There's a few things he needs to change. I could tell him what to change. One particular thing about the sculpting, about how it would make it feel bang on the money. There's about 6 people on this planet that know that fact, and that's not me bragging. That's an absolute fact. I was told. I've been told by both development teams at one time or another, technically, why the sculpting felt the way it did. That's up here. Nobody knows that. Now I can't use that, right? If I create a sculpting application, which I never would anyway, so I can't see it ever happening, I would immediately get lawsuits for that very reason. It's the reason why you'll never see me write something like that every release. And if I went around blabbing and seeing what it was, I'd also get in the shit, so I don't. But yeah, so I'm not quite sure why I mentioned it long. Probably some time. Disregard last sentence. Last few sentences. Time was it? Oh, it's only 10 minutes. I'll go another one. Tired. I'll do another one later on, could be tonight or something. Because I'm going to go around London and do some meetings and look at stuff and hopefully get to see at least one museum, right, that I haven't seen before. Because I want to take some photographs and shit, right? See you all next time. Bye bye.